I started training as a client with Darren at Baxter Basics in early 2012, I think it was. I was really overweight. I'd gotten that way after years of not exercising and eating whatever I wanted, and it had sort of gotten out of hand. I tried a lot of things, from shakes, meal replacements, to fasting. I even joined a gym, but found that going to the gym, and going on the treadmill or doing the same thing day in, day out within four walls just wasn't motivating, and I couldn't bring myself to just get up and go and do my own thing. So after obviously knowing Darren for a long time, he finally got me to go and train with him, and I loved it. Outdoor training, doing sessions, never one was the same as the previous one that I'd done, and it was enough to keep me coming back for more, which is saying a lot, seeing as I was one of those people that just absolutely hated exercise and anything to do with it. So I just got hooked and kept coming, and 2 days turned into 3 days, turned into 4 a week, and slowly the weight started coming off. So in just under 18 months with Baxter Basics, I lost over 35 kilos. I definitely did have setbacks. I think starting off being completely sedentary and not active at all, to turning into being active at least 4 days a week. There's bound to be a massive change in the body. I had a previous ankle injury. In one, I had torn ligaments and broken bones in my right foot, and in my left foot I had Achilles tendonitis. So those injuries did come up. I started off doing lightweight stuff with Darren. Gave me substitutes to do it at training, so there never was a time when I wasn't doing something that everybody else was. If I had an injury or anybody else had an injury, Darren made sure that we were all active, even if we weren't doing the same thing because we were restricted for whatever reason. So I wasn't able to run at the beginning, and slowly but surely I turned walking into light jogging, into running, into sprinting. So that was pretty cool. I think for a lot of the time I was telling myself that I couldn't run. A lot of it was to do with I was scared of re-injuring, or my injury flaring up again and setting me back further than where I was. So mentally, I think I really had to talk myself into gaining this strength and believing in myself and thinking that I could do something, when previously for so long I told myself that I couldn't. So I think a lot of that had to do with the support that I got from Darren, telling me that even if I'm jogging for a little bit of the way and then walking the rest, or just doing interval stuff, not just going in for the full hog and doing the 400-meter run or whatever it was. So he helped me ease into it, and then after a while I found that I could do it. I could jog, and like I said, jogging turned into running, and before I knew it, I was in the middle of the pack and at the front of the pack sometimes, taking off on that run. So that was something that I was really proud of. Me becoming a PT kind of came about randomly. I was just having a conversation with Daz and his wife Lee, who's my best friend, one afternoon, and we were just talking about Baxter Basics and how much it had grown over the past 18 months, and Daz was talking about how he might need some extra help in some areas, and it just came up that why not me? So the ball sort of all rolled from there one afternoon in the pool a year ago, and I decided to get my qualification as a personal trainer, only because I'd really thought about it and thought, from being a person who hated exercise and didn't really want to hear about anybody who loved it, to becoming a person who trained 4 days a week and felt guilty if I missed a session, it really made me realise that I had a passion for this, and if I could somehow help somebody who had been in my position, waking up, looking in the mirror and not at all being happy with where they are, and how they'd let themselves get like that, which I was all too familiar with. That was me. I wanted to show people that if I could do it, anybody could do it, because I really thought that at the beginning this was just going to be one of those things, you know, joining the gym or, you know, going on those shake diets, that I'd try it and it would work, but at least I could say I tried it. But this actually worked for me because I stuck to it and I just kept pushing, even though I had injuries, even though I had things that I couldn't do. I just kept at it, and I wanted to show people that they could too. So if I could just help, you know, 1 or 2 people along the way, it'd all be worth it for me. So that's how that came about. What I would say is, the time's now. Stop wasting time. The more you think about it, the more time ticks on. You're not getting any younger. And if you don't try, you'll never know. If you believe that you can do something, you can do it. If you tell yourself that you can't do something, you won't do it. It's as simple as that. If you just try and help yourself, let other people help you as well, you know, you're bound to succeed. So just keep at it. Get down here. You know, the one thing that kept me at boot camp was knowing that I had to be somewhere at a specific time. You know, that's all my job was. My job was to get here at 5:30, and once I turned up, you know, with my shoes on, my drink bottle and my towel ready to go, for the next hour, I didn't have to think. Someone told me what to do. It was as easy as that, and all I had to do was just keep coming back. So my recommendation would just be to start, because you will regret it. And you know, I'm sure that yesterday you said tomorrow. Last week you said you'll start on Monday. So the time is now. Don't waste any more time. Just do it. My favourite type definitely wouldn't be sprinting. I love a full body workout. I don't really like split training, but putting together a mix of cardio, endurance and strength into one full session is where it's at for me. I love mixing it up. Like I said, I get really bored really easily. So if I can just keep it exciting and keep motivating people to come back for more, you know, if like I said, if I love it, there's bound to be people out there that are going to love it too. Purple, actually. Favourite food? I used to think that I could just live my life off bread and butter. I love potatoes, but I would have to say that one of my favourite dishes is my mum's famous tuna salad. Vegetable would probably be... That is a really hard one. Can I say tomato?
Well, you did.
My favourite fruit. Fruits are way better.
Yeah, that was my next question.
grapes, green crispy grapes, and they can't be soft. Beautiful grape. Rock melon, I love rock melon. I'm funny with seeds, is that really weird? I love watermelon as long as it's not seedy, and I love a good passion fruit. Passion fruit's awesome.
I said one, but a list of 10's fine.
Oh.